We're going to take a look at our new solar designer built into SunbaseData. To get to it, under Actions, you're going to click on the designer icon. Doing so is going to pull up the address. I can now click this and I can drag the marker onto a different house. I'm going to leave it on this house since that's what I want to do the design on. Once done and happy, I'm going to click Roof Selected. Give it a second. And now we pull the image. So now we got a blown up copy of that roof. So now I can go over to Draw Surfaces. And let's say I'm going to use this southern facing roof. I'm going to then draw the area I want to put the panels on. Now, it will default and try to put panels on there. We have certain options. We kind of play with it. I can indicate portrait, and it will try to put out in portrait view instead of landscape. I could change offset to half, which creates like a brick-like pattern. I could also change the mounting as well. Now, I can also adjust the pitch, and based off the pitch, it's going to be able to put more panels on the roof. If I want to add a new panel array, I could say create new area, and I can draw another square or polygon on the map, and that will give us a different array. So we have 2 or 3 arrays, maybe we have something on the roof, maybe something in the yard. Delete last point will delete backwards and kind of clear out what I've just drawn. Select active pane allows me to select a different array. Now I can go over to the panel tool and I could click on a couple of these. Now, either using the arrows or if I go over to the move, I can manipulate this. So the arrow keys up and down will move the array up and down. I could also use the A key to rotate counterclockwise and the S key to rotate clockwise. You could use this to select a whole array and shift it by a certain angle and kind of move the panels around. If you don't want certain panels there, you could select them and then say delete. Now, I'm going to delete out all the panels of that array because I'm going to draw some myself. So I'm going to click on Add Panels, and you can see that there's a little panel following my mouse cursor. Let's say I want to do them at an angle. So let's just do it at a slight angle just to play with. So I can do this, and I can draw my array freehand if I want. So let's say I just want to do that. Now again, you can select these and you can then shift them if you want. All right. Now we can do a little bit more than just draw panels. We could actually help you tell the story. So we turn and say, on this house, the meter is over here. Let's say we want a battery array. And the battery array is going to be in the garage. And let's say the inverter is here in the house. It's in the laundry room. Sorry, the panel box. And where do we want our inverters? Well, we want our inverters probably on this wall. Okay. So we've used this to tell that story. Now, we can also, when we click save, we're not just going to save the design, so we can go back in here and edit it in the future, but we're actually going to be able to save the image that we just drew and attach it to the customer record so we could pull it into a proposal. We are currently looking for some feedback on this feature. Let us know.